Hey guys, this is National Master Kevin Yang back at it with another video. This time we'll be talking about analysis with a chess club member. So on Friday afternoons, right before the simul, I will have I will play a few games with our chess club members. And so here is a game I played against a local chess club member. So our chess club member is black. Let's look from his perspective and let's sort of go through the game. So I played d4 as white, d5, knight f3, knight c6. So this is called the Chigorin, right? So the idea of the setup is bishop f5, e6, bishop d6, knight g7. So for example, bishop f4, bishop f5, e3, e6, and let's say knight d2, bishop d6, bishop g3, maybe knight here, maybe knight here. But that's the idea of the setup. So our chess member plays knight f6, also fine, c3, bishop f5, queen b3. So this move does nothing. Here's the reason why. Because black can play queen c8, play e6, play bishop d6, continue with the plan. Right? Another move that black can do is rook b8. b5 maybe just e6 and bishop d6 still, but those are just still some options. Okay, so let's continue. After queen b3, knight a5, perfectly fine. Queen a4 check, c6, knight bd2. Now, I'm threatening something, and I'm threatening b4. Because after knight here, knight takes, pawn takes, e3, I want to sort of cripple black's pawn structure. That's my goal. So our chess member plays knight d7. Completely fine. b4, knight c4. Knight takes, and now b5. And now what I would say is that b5 is a little bit of an inaccuracy because I have this move queen a6 targeting the backward pawn. We call this the backward pawn because it's defending these two, right? But this guy has no defender at all. So because he has no defender at all, he's more weak. And after queen c8, our chess club member forgot that after takes, our knight can escape. A little bit unfortunate, but we learned the concept that backward pawns are sometimes really weak. So after bishop c2, e3, g6, king d2, our chess club member did forget about another bishop, but yes. So after king takes, knight b6, I slowly grinded it out. And after the loss of a rook, and after this, it was sort of game over. So what can we say about this game, really? Is that after here, I would say knight a5 is fine. Like, it's a completely okay move. But I would suggest rook b8. Just keep the knight here. Keep the pawn protected. Follow up with your pawn up, bishop out. Right? Follow up with your pawn up, bishop out, castle's idea. Just keep going with it. So after queen a4, c6, this was all fine. And now, yeah, I don't know. Maybe even b5 is pretty good here, because after b5, If the queen goes here, what happens? Here's a puzzle. e5. Because after bishop takes, whoopsie daisies, goodbye, right? So we don't want to do that. Goes back, knight c4. Knight takes, b takes. Continue with the idea of pawn here, bishop out, right? You might think, ooh, what if knight e5 comes in? Slide the knight in, attack a backward pawn, queen b6. And then you can continue with your idea, right? e6, maybe bishop d6, but after e6, after e3, e6, bishop e2, you do not want to play bishop d6 here because of this move knight takes c4. And after d takes, bishop takes bishop, prevents us from castling, won't be great. So here, of course you can take this, probably the best move in the position because then you get to take that. But just to demonstrate, get the bishop out, castle it out, get the rook out, and you got yourself a game. So in the game before this, here, even just take here, right? I would say the only losing move in the game was b5. Well, of course, there was queen c8 and all of that, all the hanging pieces later. But if we wanted to determine a strategic moment where it all collapsed, it had to be b5. Queen a6, and now the knight got let out, and then all the bad things started happening. The bishop fell, the rook fell, the pawn fell. And so hopefully you did enjoy my analysis. Thank you.